basically got Disney Infinity 2.0 just for the Marvel stuff. No big Disney.
Someone local was selling it really cheap,
Yeah.
so got my version. Sold the same price for that version, and he did a Tony on it.
Well, no,
not as bad as the Spyro.
No.
Nowhere near as bad.
There was more paid. There's not as much to get. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing was, I didn't buy individual things. There was basically a great big bundle box on Amazon, and they worked out. I think it's about £95 or something like that. Yeah. And I got a couple of extra packets of discs and stuff. But and that was for, it works out like 14 characters and the Spider-Man set and all that stuff. So it was like quite a lot. It's not a bad deal. I think it's got to 105 now. It's still reasonable. Not many places are actually selling them cheap, even second hand. I mean, CX is still £9 with it.
Yeah. But what's the actual game? Content-wise. It's all about content-wise. Basically, when with Spyro, we knew we got like a whole game before we started.
I mean,
Disney Infinity is very different.
You're talking about content. I mean, you compare it to the original Infinity. The original Infinity come with 3 sets of levels and 3 characters. This comes with 3 characters and 1 level. And that 1 level will take you 3 to 5 hours to complete. And that's taking your time. 5 hours is taking your time. Add another 1 or 2 hours if you really want to go around collecting all the boxes, but that will be a lot of boredom. But I wouldn't actually include that as like reasonable gameplay. It's just kind of be a piece. Did it? But
when he likes something, he generally tries to get every achievement going.
Yes. So what I've got to do basically is get you to take yours home, and I can hook up and get my 4-player achievement, and that's it. I'm all done.
Requiring us to set up an extra pad.
Yes, each.
Yeah.
So
you kick my ass 40 times. I'm kicking your ass 40 times.
No, you can use the 2 players.
Oh right, yeah. So
just do it 2 players yourself.
Yeah.
No, just do it yourself.
Oh right, kick your own. I see what you mean.
Yeah, just put up your character, and you don't have to beat them 40 times. You've got 5 minutes, and you can beat them up to 0 health 20 or 30 times within 5 minutes.
Oh right.
So it's not like you've got a versus match that will take you a minute or 2. It's literally, you can do it 20 or 30 times in 5 minutes.
Yeah, cool.
So very easy to do. But yeah, content, I mean, I've got all 3. It's only 3 level packs as well. Only 3 level packs. There's one you get with it, the Guardians of the Galaxy pack and the Spider-Man pack. And that's it. There's no other level pack.
I think everyone's going to want to know about the Guardians pack. What do we get in the Guardians pack?
The Guardians pack is kind of cool. I mean, you get Star-Lord and Gamora in it. It is cool, but stylistically, it looks like a Disney cutesy version of the movie. Content-wise, probably a few things that will throw people off that aren't familiar with the comics, like Cosmo the Space Dog and talking. I mean, you might see him in the movie licking the Collector's face, but he's actually talking in this and stuff. And the Collector just comes across as a very strange gay Magneto. No, not Ian McKellen, the other strange gay Magneto. But yeah.
And for fans of Howard the Duck, yay.
Oh, yeah. Dear.
My missus forced me to watch that film after seeing that part at the cinema. She said, "Oh, Howard the Duck, what's that crap?" And I watched it. And I've never wanted to put a gun in my mouth so much in my life.
Yes.
Ducky boobs, yay!
So, there's so little content to Infinity. I mean, being around the bush, you're sort of saying all this about the levels and that stuff. Basically, all the levels, 3 to 5 hours, in the pack. There's only 2 of them that aren't with the box. That's if you buy the Marvel one. They do a starter pack that's toy box as well, which doesn't come with any levels. It only comes with bonus toy box discs where you can play levels, but they're not proper levels. They're just made using toy box.
One thing I found is recently I went on to Disney Infinity, the first one, to try and get into it. Now, when I bought Disney Infinity 1, I got the main pack obviously, and I got Toy Story, the Toy Story add-on, and all I played was the Toy Story add-on, and I was so fucking bored after 2 hours. I think the main draw for this set is just the Marvel characters, because I don't mind Disney stuff. I think it's okay, but the draw for the Marvel characters is one of the main reasons.
And one of the most annoying things is they don't really use that Marvelous, because in each set there are certain characters you can't use in any other set.
Yeah.
You can use in each level like 2 guest characters from the other ones, but they're set. You know, like for the Avengers, you can use Rocket Raccoon and Nova. Guardians of the Galaxy, you can use Iron Man and Nova. And for the Spider-Man one, you can use Hulk and Iron Man. But that's it. They're the only ones you can cross over.
Yeah, so would you recommend? I mean, at the, what was it?
Well,
60,
the
80,
main thing I was going to say is Toy Box. Toy Box is the core of that game.
Or was it Lego or something? You said?
Yeah, you basically play the levels and keep replaying them to earn more money, to buy more stuff, to make your levels. I can't see children actually making their own levels. It's too complex. You can make small basic things, and also you could just kids could just muck around. They could just, you know, I'm going to throw this in there and that in there and just watch things blow up, and you know, just generally muck about. I mean, it's very easy for kids to do that with. But adults, you know, you're making levels and stuff like that. It's actually quite addictive. It's kind of the main reason I wanted the sets was to get like all the pieces to do it. And another thing I didn't mention with the level packs is you only get about 5 enemies.
You know, repetition of the same enemy.
Yeah, 5 enemies in each pack, basically.
What was the game you played on the Neo the other day?
Yeah, Sengoku 3. Seriously, that has more variation than Disney Infinity. Because at least that had 5 different enemies that were in different colours. You know.
Also, what was it, the discs that you put under your character in Marvel?
Yeah, the power discs.
Yeah, power discs.
The power discs, yeah.
Do they actually add abilities, or is it just like a costume swap?
It's generally costume swap. There are ones you can get like, you can get like Lola from Marvel Shield. Agents of Shield.
Lola. Which one's Lola?
It's the red Corvette that flies.
Oh, fucking hell, the car. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
How do I not know that? Agent Coulson would be kicking my ass.
Yes, you would, because he is awesome.
And he also died, and he's come back and got a weird thing we don't know about.
And what did he buy? Twinkies? I can't remember.
Not really.
Yeah. You know that short, the Marvel
Yeah.
one shot.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
He went in there to buy Twinkies or something like that, and he kind of like ends up
Kicked
stopping
everyone's
Robbie and
asses,
kicks
yeah,
everyone's ass.
yeah.
It's, but yeah.
That's what you don't expect. That's the one time they sort of let him loose.
No, that's what you expect. That's
Yeah.
what you expect. I love characters like that. The ones that are unassuming and quiet, and everyone thinks they're soft, and then they just kick ass. It's just fucking awesome.
And in real life, he's married to some super hot woman. I can't remember who it was. Something Clark, his name, isn't it?
I can't.
Yeah.
No, I don't follow the names as much as you do because I get overkill and burn out. So, and stop forgetting everything.
Yeah, and ramble on about other things like. Yeah.
But yeah.
So overly, basically, I mean, is each area, would you say 3 hours? Each, if you buy all the add-on packs, each area is going to be what, 3 hours?
3 to 5. I'd say
hours?
3 to 5 hours.
So you get the 3 packs at 15 hours, which is regular games.
But the thing is, that is, if that just comes to £60, that's generally about, like, I mean, it's not. It's going to come to about 70. You're probably going to get it for about 30. You're probably not going to be lucky to get it cheap like we did.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I find it hard to recommend, but if you are going to go for it, try it, and if you like it, get the level packs. I say, with that big pack that Amazon do, by the time you've bought a few packs and bits and pieces, you're probably looking at about £80 for only a few items. Whereas for £100 you can get like almost everything.
What was the exclusive PlayStation pack? What did they get?
They got that little statue I showed you. You know
Yeah.
that statue they stand on?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's what they got. Plus it was an exclusive time thing for Hulk and Captain America.
Yeah.
There was no other way to get Captain Hulk and Captain Hulk. It's your fault. Captain America and the Hulk.
My fucking fault.
Anywhere,
Yeah.
you couldn't buy it unless you got that back. That was the only way I'd get those two for about 3 or 4 months, something like that. But I say they're all perfectly available now. And
Stars and Stripes.
you know what I mean?
Stars and Smash.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
I think it's fucking Play Nation that's put it in our head even more, isn't it? Yeah, playing it because in the background all the fucking time, weren't
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Burned your mane.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the whole, I would recommend trying if it's cheap. It depends what you want. Whether you've played the first Infinity, whether you like that,
It's good for the family.
The toy box is the thing. It's hard to say because the main thing I've got to say is you can't really compare it with Skylanders because they're very different games.
Totally different games, yeah. That's
the
what I was
only-
expecting when I first played
Yeah.
Vulnerable 1. I was like, whoa, okay, this isn't what I thought.
The only thing they share is the fact they use toys.
They saved your profile of this one, didn't they? Not the figure.
Yeah, which is annoying. I mean, I really hate that system. I can't. You can't take the figure around to someone else's place and use that figure. Skylanders are just
Great big bag if you were in his case.
and the quality of paint, and also I haven't mentioned the quality of the paint. They are incredibly basic.
We found it a bit weird with the look in general of them, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then
I mean, the styling is
them.
weird. The styling is weird.
It's very strange.
That sort of Pixarized, simplistic look, which I'm not overly keen on. I think when the figures first came out at £15,
Yeah.
I think that was like really bad for what you get. For what you get, it's really bad. But the quality paint. There's no wash on there. There's no dry brushing. They have both on the Skylanders figures, at least the older ones. The new Trap Team quality's gone down, but on the older ones, really nice quality paint in general. It's like the very basic what you'd expect is what they do with Skylanders, which is a simple dry brush and a simple ink wash.
So similar to Obi-Wan, but with more detail.
No, just like this.
Yeah.
I mean, just like Skylander, just like your typical Skylander. You see how you've got these dark spots in there?
Yeah.
That's from an ink wash.
Yeah.
And the highlights are generally from a dry brush. They take the paint off and they just do that, and that's what the dry brush is around there. So
painting scares me. I like clicking and gluing. Painting, I come around here. Don't, it's painted.
but yeah, I mean, the quality on the Skylanders is just like
It's
way above.
brilliant. I mean, you do get the odd one that's slightly off.
Every
It's
now and
very
again.
rare.
I mean, I
very rare.
have
Unlike the
literally-
Disney Infinity 1 figures, well, oh my god, they were dreadful.
Yeah.
I went through, when I was getting Elsa and Anna, I literally went through the shelf, over 100 Anna figures, till I got one. And there's one whose face wasn't even painted, These 7 dwarfs ain't fucking painting their models good enough these days, are they?
But yeah, I mean, the paint's really basic. It's for the money. I mean, you'd expect more, but when it's sort of like on the £9 mark now, and like going down.
Once they're in the game 2 for 3 as well, so second hand, It's strange because he's bought them and opened them, whereas if his Trap Team figures, I think, are sealed for life.
Yeah, everything's all sort of sealed. I think I haven't tried it, but I think you have to. I don't know if you can open them. I mean, you might, maybe leave them sealed.
Yeah.
Just say. I think you can leave them sealed, but I haven't tried. I really don't know. I know you can leave all Skylanders sealed, and
It's quite close on them when they detected it on the actual box. And that's that the Infinity 1. So it came closer, nothing. It wasn't until it was literally a millimetre.
Because the instructions say make sure nothing is in between. Blah, 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 blah. Skylanders don't say that. I don't.
No, Skylanders you can literally be that high.
Skylanders you sort of do that.
Detected it.
You can put you can take the portal for Trap Team and put like a little plate on top, and then put them on the plate, and it still works. Thus I say that because you can't actually fit the big box ones in properly on the Trap Team portal because the boxes are freaking huge.
Yeah. The figures are quite huge as well. Yeah. With this one as well, unlike the Skylanders, it has got a form of online co-op. We think it's just Toy Box.
It's just Toy Box. So. You can play co-op local, but it's you can play the whole campaign local, but all 3 campaigns. But the multiplayer stuff is only Toy Box.
Yeah. You haven't got to bring your figures around, so as long as he's got the figure, you can just shove it on there.
Well, yeah.
Your own personal figures is what I meant. Like if I had my own Skylanders, I'd bring them around to upgrade them. And this time it doesn't really matter as long as.
Well, it does. You just bring your profile.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You just
no,
need to have your profile.
No, you wouldn't use my figures.
Yeah, you would need to bring your figures.
No, you would. You wouldn't going to use my figures.
No.
My figures would register because they all have an individual code. They all have an individual code, and they would register. You would register on as owning 2 different Iron Mans rather than
Oh, right.
And
I
you
was
wouldn't be
unaware
able,
of that.
and
I
you
thought
wouldn't
it
be
was
able to
just
access mine. Yeah,
super generic, like one
Yeah.
for all. So it's
No.
not. Ah,
yeah. So
you learn something new every day.
now that's to the best of my knowledge. You know, I've not tried it because I've only got one of each figure because I'm not crazy. Not crazy.
And
But,
yeah, there's not different variations out you like shit.
No,
Iron Man in the
I
Mark
have-
6 suit.
I've got. Actually, I have the little disc.
But
But
that's
yeah.
what they found. They replaced it with discs, didn't they? Yeah.
So I mean, that's the annoying thing that they have a disc, but they didn't bring the figures out. They should have just bought, you know, like
Yeah.
a Grey Hulk. I mean, there's a Grey Hulk disc. They should have bought a limited figure out. You know, just to sort of, you know,
Exclusive to Toys R Us.
yeah, that sort of crap.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I would have bought them, but you know, they would have sold more. You know.
So speaking of exclusive figures, they're bringing out like a gold and silver
Amiibos.
amiibo for Mario, and they're like super exclusive to that. So Nintendo are jumping on that ship
Yeah.
whilst taking everyone's else content
Oh,
off the
look at-
internet.
My thing is, I've been looking on, looking online and stuff. There's a lot of people that started with Amiibos and then moved on to Skylanders and
Quite quickly. Yeah.
You know, and to sum it up, I think it's good. I think it's good, but it's an awful lot of money in total to lay out.
Yeah.
You know, in total for what you'd need for everything, it's a lot of money for what you actually get. You know, I wish you'd actually played it because you'd get more of a sort of thing for it. You know,
A demo or something. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
but
know,
then you need the figures.
exactly,
You need
you
a
need the figures,
port.
you need the
You
figures.
need, yeah.
But you've got the game. You
Yeah.
just haven't played it.
It's because it's been here.
It wasn't here for a week.
Yeah, for a week until you decided to play it. They go, "Oh, I'm playing it loads."
Mm.
So it's been here since then. But yes. So
Yeah.
basically, it's good, but get it cheaper if you can.
Yeah, as cheap as you know, but you. That's not. I mean,
Sending out confusing messages here.
I get the feeling that you're going to kind of like know if you want it.
Mm.
I wouldn't recommend buying it because you want to go into the Galaxy game.
Yeah.
I know a few people that have done that, and I wouldn't recommend it because it's an awful lot of money for basically something that's going to take 3 to 5 hours. If you haven't got an interest in the toy box and mucking about and making your own levels, I would probably say leave it alone. For that money, you could go and buy
So maybe for the Minecraft fan.
Hey, well, it's Lego. I mean,
Yeah, Lego.
I mean, I wanted a Lego game like this for the longest time, and they never made one. They kept making these crappy puzzle things I don't like.
Mm.
First one or two was all right, but I got very bored and very quickly upset. But yeah, I wanted one where you create your own stuff and just make stuff and mess around. The tools in it are very powerful, very sort of basic. They're not easy to learn, but they're not exactly complicated. You'll get there. Plenty of tutorials online. Go and look.
You had the news, so you have to actually play the game to unlock certain
Yeah.
plots for it.
Yeah.
Plots?
Plots.
Plots.
Exhaust plots.
Lots of plots. It's turning up. Yeah.
But yeah.
So in Tony's most massively confusing message, the answer
no,
is
that is basically, that's what I'm basically saying. Depends what you want.
Mm.
You know, if you're going for Guardians of the Galaxy game, I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you really after the Toybox mode. Toybox mode is just the core of the game. If you're not interested in just mucking about, making your own levels, and enjoying that messing around stuff,
bit of creativity.
yeah, then it's really not worth bothering with.